Welcome, welcome one and all. Waiting for the train? She'll be here in a minute. After years of petitions, promises and damn hard yakka, finally the first train came to Cunnamulla. Now, who would have thought that this small country town in southwestern Queensland, the back of beyond, would have so many stories, so many tall tales that are already true?
Here they were, thundering through town with some of the local bigwigs as jockeys.
A bloke walking along the roof of the coaches from one end of the train to the other, like they do in the American cowboy movies.
And some bright spark packed all the food supplies in around it. And this old goat decided that he needed to take a whiz. And so he did. And everything was contaminated and had to go to the dump. By the late 1880s, Cunnamulla had it all. A booming population of more than 1,700 people, pasture, artesian water, sheep and wool. Lots of wool that the good people of Europe wanted. Now, the rail station stood for more than 30 years until the day a fire started, December the 15th, 1934 to be precise, in the ladies' toilets, they reckon. I have my own theories about that. Well, they rebuilt the station in 1935, though not to the same grand scale. I heard they put big no smoking signs in the ladies too. Tom Vane, the local milkman, was standing on the platform waiting to collect his milk. The train roared past with the driver asleep at the wheel and crashed at the end of the line. He could see the train driver right up at the window asleep. Tom actually ran after the train. The buffer at the end of the track shot high into the air. The train would have ended up in a river if not for the levee bank.
And it was our train. We felt that we owned the Westland because it stayed overnight in Cunnamulla. It didn't stay overnight in Charleville or Mitchell or anything.
Colonies were as different as chalk and cheese, as different as Ned Kelly and Dame Edna Everidge.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, some of the things I don't think I could tell you, really.
And we'd go to the door and put our toothbrush in the lock, open the door and pop inside and say, "Hello, boys."
What went under the blankets, I don't know what, but they had a lot of blankets going on in those days. They were all under the blankets.
When I've heard of blokes waiting at the siding for the Cunnamulla train with their arms full of eggs, though Cunnamulla often returned the favour. No underarm bowling there.
Meaty, beefy, big and bouncy. No one makes meat mince pies like Irene Sullivan.
I'd rock up there with the pies and they'd all know that, oh, there's pies, so...
I don't think there's anything wrong with being at the end of the line. So all it means is that's where the train stops. But when it gets here, the end of the line, you get off the train, but then you've got everything else in front of you.
All aboard the end of the line. All aboard the end of the line. All aboard the end of the line. At the end of the line.